Alright, good morning guys. Got some heat going on here in pre-market. Got Kodak running hard off of this government loan to help produce generic drugs. I mean, this thing is just ripping. Tons of volume. I mean, 30 million in volume so far in pre-market. So quite a bit of volume. SNGX got a positive preclinical results for their COVID vaccine. It was in a triangle, kind of dropped below the triangle, so we'll see if it gets back up in there. FRAN. They got earnings, I guess, and it's popped up quite a bit. Naked, not really doing much. It's got volume, but no PR or anything. It did break over this line. Not sure what that line was, but it's on there before. We got BOXL is actually popping up out of this little flag right now. We're trying to. We got 2 minutes. It's gonna have some resistance at 333. We got Mara in a nice big triangle. If Bitcoin gets hot again today, this just cracked. SONM had earnings and it was starting to look like maybe it was going to flag, but it just cracked and came back down. Then Riot is in a big triangle as well, similar to Mara. And that's pretty much it so far. Haven't really seen anything else worth watching. This is a pretty big watch list, so look at this. Kodak's still running. $10 is going to be pretty strong. And this is way off the chart. So let's see. Yeah, $10 is definitely going to be strong. There's some resistance right through there, and support that held right through there as well. So 10's going to be tough on this, but I mean, there's got to be a pullback at some point. I mean, this has ran almost $7 in pre-market, which is pretty crazy. What's up, One Life? Good morning. See BOXL dropping back down in that triangle. Still a lot of volume on SNGX. What stock are you talking about, One Life? Starting to break 10 now. I just can't Even though it's breaking 10, it's just so high up. It could turn around at any moment. Although it doesn't look like it's going to. Look at this volume candle. 6 million in volume already on this one candle. This is insane. Let's see my scan. Let's see where the sway's gonna go. There we go. Let me see something here on Acer. Acer's starting to pop over on very low volume. I'm gonna leave Acer on the watch list. It's getting some volume. There's no PR or anything, but we saw MNOV yesterday kind of similarly. Moving without volume, so I'm gonna leave it on there just to see. Oh, you can see Kodak coming way back down. Well, nah, if you're fired up this morning, I see. What was the one I was looking at? I don't know what I was looking at. I went through like seven stocks there. Talking about Kodak or SNGX? Maybe that's what you're talking about. SNGX trying to hold up. What is Acer getting pushed up for? Oh. Yeah, Kodak. See, what would 50% retracement be? Right around 740? SNGX is trying to come back up to the top of this triangle. If it starts breaking, I may go here. Let's see. Not if it's going to sell off, though. Hmm. It's struggling to try to break. Give it some time to do its thing. Oh, box L's cracking off. I'm going to take it off the list. Naked popping up. Just hit a new high. No PR. Big buyer there, though. Yeah, SNGX starting to sell off. Kodak's starting to sell off. Or not Codex. Kodak is starting to sell off. Yeah, it is. It's very choppy. Volatility, a lot of uncertainty with everything going on. I imagine there's probably going to be a lot of profit taken on this soon. I mean, there's some definitely right through here, but more than this. This needs quite a bit of pullback. Yeah, SGNGX still getting bought up. It's not. It keeps staying alive. See if 7 holds up here. If 7 holds up on Fran, there may be a possibility there. SNGX is keeping buyers coming in right at the moment. Still selling pressure though. Now it looks like it may sell off. Kodak's trying to hold up the 9 EMA here. FARN still coming down. What's Acer doing? 380. 390. SONM. It's got some volume. They're talking about Kodak on CNBC. Yeah, Kodak's is, I mean, it's already had 56 million in volume so far, so there's a ton of eyes on it for sure. It's just, where's the pullback gonna be? When is a pullback going to happen to try to get in this to capitalize? Because this is not much of a pullback so far. I mean, 1080 down to 9. I mean, it's a $1.80 pullback, but this thing has ran so hard so far. It's trying to hold up now, but there's definitely some selling pressure above 10. 10 is being very strong resistance, like I figured it would be. Let's see, Fran trying to find some support around 760. I think it needs to pull back a little more too. NAKD popping up, breaking out of this little U shape here. Yeah, SNGX looks like it's finally going to sell off here soon. Probably the next candle. How does Kodak look on the 1 minute? Oh, Fran did a nice little bounce to that 760, but still I don't think that's a big enough pullback for there. Okay, Riot's cracking this, so Bitcoin must not be doing much. I'm going to take these Bitcoin plays off, at least for now. Maybe I'll check back in on them in a little bit. Yeah, SNGX starting to sell off. And Kodak's starting to pop up a little bit again. in a small position on Kodak. I'm guessing at the break of that downtrend. Ooh, looks like it's starting to push up and try to break over 10 again here. See, we got 3 minutes on this candle. I want to see where this candle closes. Boy, this is starting to rip. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Donna. What exactly you're saying? Well, One Life, I know you nailed this, so good job. Good job to anybody who nailed this. It was a little trend reversal right there, and I saw it, but I just didn't want. His stock is just so high up. I really wanted more of a pullback, but it is what it is. It's still early too, though. Still very early. INO. Take a look at INO. Yeah, INO's making a nice move so far. You got a downtrend though. Let's see where we at right there. So it's running right into this downtrend. So most likely that's all that INO has, unless it can break that downtrend. If it breaks that downtrend, then you might be able to get something out of it. Oops. I feel like I missed. Like I missed the buying opportunity on Kodak. I really want to get in it now. See, Naked has a little bull flag going. Lower price stock. I'm gonna look around here. Box sales dying off. Big pop out of nowhere on that. Got a little bit of a triangle going on. Acer. And Daniel B here in Kodak, a super dangerous trap. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. So I was looking for more of a pullback, because this is not much of a pullback right here for this big of a run. A good size pullback would be, right around that 750 area. But it's still early. It's still early in the day. You can see it's SNGX is just laying down, just a rolling over. mRNA. Yeah, got a nice little pop. Moderna, this has been big deal in the vaccine world for COVID. Right now, there's not really a pattern on it per se. Gotta wait for some type of pattern to form. Maybe a flag will start forming, but it needs a few more minutes. $76 million in volume so far, man. Kodak is just killing it. I feel like as long as Kodak has all the eyes, nothing else is really going to do anything. See, Fran's starting to sell off. Let's see if it gets down to this $7 area. Even then, though, I don't know. I don't know if anything's going to do anything. Kodak has all the eyes. Let's see, there is a bit of a trend line, actually. Let's see if that trend line ends up holding up. Or if it cracks. Let's see, we got this downtrend that we got to draw too. Oh, it looks crazy, but I have a support line and then the downtrend and the uptrend, so I'll give us a few minutes to kind of shape out which way it's going to go, what's going to do what. It's a pretty steep downtrend on FRAN though. Is it like that or is it more like this? No, that can't be right. I'll take this out. There we go. Whoops. There we go. It looks down through here. See if there's anything else popping up anywhere. TFFP ripping pretty hard. Very little volume. PPI. Yeah, but Kodak, like I said, I can't get into it at these higher prices. It could keep ripping and rip all the way to $20, but I'm not willing to jump in here in the middle of this without this having a big pullback yet. Like this, there's just no pullback yet. Out of I mean, all the way from $3 up to 11. That's an $8 move, and the biggest pullback so far is this one right here, which is not that big, and it didn't even crack below the 9 EMA. So there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people still holding this. And when all these people decide that it's enough and they're going to start selling, the stock is going to drop. And I don't want to be in there when it does. I want to wait for the big drop and then look for it to hold up, find support somewhere, and then look for an entry. But right now, it's just too high up for me to try to touch this. SYPR. I mean, One Life got in there and he made some money already. I'm not saying that you can't make money on Kodak. I'm just saying for me personally, I just don't want to get in this area. It's just too risky for me. I mean, there's not been a pullback. So for me personally, I just don't want to. I don't want to risk it. My own personal preference of risk. Okay, ACR is not doing anything. Take that off. That's not doing anything. Well, I'm going to leave that on just in case the dollar holds up. That's what I'm saying. If it keeps ripping, it keeps ripping. It is what it is, but I'm not going to chase it. I just feel like I'm chasing if I get in this high without any real pullback. Unless we get a pattern. Let's see here. It's starting to look like it's wanting to flag here. Yeah, it's starting to flag a little bit at 11, little triangle. God, I don't want to get in at 11 though. There you go. See, popping up out of that triangle there. All the way up to 11.50. I mean, so there was an easy 50 cents that you could have got right there at the break of this flag. Maybe more if it keeps ripping. Yeah, it's going to rip some more out of this flag. So, I mean, that could have been, a quick profit there. But still, it's just, I don't want to pay this much for this stock. I don't want to pay $11. Because it could have just as easily turned around and dropped out of this flag. Yeah. No, on a small budget, you can take whatever shots you want to take. I'm just not, me personally, for my own comfort level, I'm just not going to take that shot. Like I could have took this right here. I mean, I drew it out and was thinking about it, but I would rather wait things out. It's still early. We're only 30 minutes into market open here, so things are yet young. We saw, what was it yesterday? What was it that was running all morning and then it stopped running and then MNOV started running? I don't know, but it was something Something was running in the morning and then it stopped. So Kodak may do the same thing here eventually. There will always be more opportunities. Fran is hanging out here. Yeah, I mean, good job. If you got a profit, good job. That's all that matters. I'm not knocking anybody for trading Kodak at this point. I'm just saying, just me personally, I just don't want to get in that high. Nice, Donna. Now everybody pulling some profit today. Everybody get it. Go get it. Everybody pulling profit all over the market. I'm just being patient today, guys. I'm just being patient right now. This maybe end up being a longer stream. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's still early. I'm not a little flag here on Jacks. Not a lot of volume, but a nice little flag so far. It's pretty low float. Don't have any PR though. AIKI popping up a little bit. Sun W. Ooh, what do we got here? What do we got here? If this breaks 115, I may go. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, I'm getting filled up way up high. I got filled up at 117. Oh, this thing's all over the place. $115 still holding up as some resistance. See if it gets through. Here we go. Starting to get through 115. See if we can get through 120 here. What are we running up to? 122 is a little resistance. It's running into that right now. See if we can break out of that. Big buyer just came in there at 119. This can just get through 122. This might be able to start moving. Pull back here. Let's see. So I kind of bought in this flag. Thought it was breaking out of the flag, but we'll see. 115 starting to hold as support here, so that's a good sign. It's a pretty low float. Okay. Ooh, okay, I can't do that, so this is going to be tricky. I cannot put a stop loss order in. If this cracks below 110, I'm going to get out. Ooh, it's starting to crack a little bit. Woo! Yeah, this is starting to come down. I'm going to get out, I think. Let's see, can I put stop loss right below 105? Nope, I can't do that either. Whoops. See, where's the bottom? 5, okay. This guy's all over the place. We're starting to come back up again. This thing is crazy. Let's see. Hmm. Ooh, starting to sell off. I'm going to get out. So that did not work. Almost started working, but they got some late PR here. That's why I jumped in this real quick. They got some late PR. They won some orders for some gas projects in Brazil and Canada. And the only resistance it had was right there at this 122 area. Well, 115 and then 122, but it couldn't break that 122 area. If it could have, it had room all the way up to 150. Let me put this on the watch list though, because this is a possible play. Pretty low float, already 3 million in volume. Might have been better to try to look for a dollar entry. But that's why I only went 100 shares. I went real small on it because I didn't have a lot of time to think about it. As you can see, it broke a big triangle today too. Big downtrend on the daily chart up here. So it had a lot of things I like about it, and it still possibly could move. If the dollar keeps holding up, I may come back to this and look for a dollar entry. It's pretty low float too. We'll see. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. I mean, it didn't work out. If any time a trade doesn't work out, you can say that you shouldn't have took the trade. That doesn't mean that doesn't, you know. It's not like this is. It could have easily just kept ripping. Sorry, guys, my throat's dry from talking. I still have funds. I mean, I didn't spend very much of my funds by buying 100 shares of this. Did take a lot bigger loss than I really wanted to, but it's all right. We'll make it back. Oh man, I missed Fran. Fran pops back up. Let's see, man, where's this downtrend at? More like this. I'm gonna take SON and M off. It's not doing anything. Naked's not doing anything. Take it off. Kodak's still holding up. No, I didn't have time to really think about it, but I've noted, I mean, good PR, volume coming in, pushing up, about to break resistance and nothing ahead of it. It meets a lot of pretty much all my criteria. There's even the setup there. I mean, at this point right here, this is a flag starting to form. It just cracked down instead of cracking up. Like that happens. Sometimes flag breakouts don't work. It's not like it's that crazy. It has everything that it needs to be a stock that could rip. Ooh, what happened to Fran? When Fran just what? Fran just get halted on the way down? Boy, hit that downtrend and just dumped. See what's going on? The SPY dropping? No, SPY's coming up. SNGX is just rolling over and dying. Oh, here, Mara popping up out of this triangle, or trying to. So Mara coming back to life here. It is going to run into 178 resistance. Even if it does start breaking out. And still Mara up here just cause. The 3 million in volume just came in because the press release just came in. It's not like this. You know, the PR was late or early. The PR just came out at 8:45. You know, it's not late. There's not going to be any volume, and there was a little bit of volume before the PR came out. Actually, no. Let's see. No, there was no. Of course, yeah. There's no volume before the PR came out, but the PR comes out and it's starting to get volume. And it's still riding up the 9. It's not even sold off yet. So the 3.8 million in volume that it's got has only been in the past 30 minutes. So 3.8 million in 30 minutes is pretty good volume, especially when it had none whatsoever before that. Nothing back here, no volume. Why sell then in case it sells off? What do you mean? Why would you sell anytime that a stock has good PR? Like, what are you talking about? You can't just say that. You just sold out of Kodak. Why didn't you hold it? It has great PR. What do you mean, One Life? Come on, man. I got out because it was risky. If it cracks below $1, then you know it's going to be a bigger loss than what I took. I can still get back in. I didn't get in with much. You know. I think until Kodak has a big pullback, I just don't think anything else is going to do anything. I think too many eyes are on Kodak. I mean, Mary is popping up some, but I don't know if it can break 178 or not. No, let's see. Maybe Kodak's going to start having a pretty good pullback here soon. Volume's starting to slowly die off on it. So you have a new strategy? No, yeah, I mean volume is increasing technically, but what I'm talking about when I say volume is decreasing is this right here. Your volume bars, the volume per candle. So they're all 5-minute candles. You know, back through here we were having candles that were up in 11 million in volume, and now we're getting down here to only 3 million in volume, which is still a lot of volume. I'm not saying that volume's completely dying off of this. I'm just saying it is decreasing at the moment. But that could change at a heartbeat with this stock, as much volume as it's had. It just hasn't had much of a pullback. This is the biggest pullback it's had so far. The question is, when is that volume gonna, or when is the pullback gonna find support at? Fran is. Hmm. Kodak just has a ton. Hmm. Yes, TI, why are you popping up? SMGX has not completely died off yet. I'll put it back on the watch list just in case, but You see there, Mara pulling back. It couldn't even. It got up to 175 and come right back down. I don't know. I trade pre-market every once in a while. I don't really like to play pre-market because you have to limit order in and out, so it makes it a little more trickier. Alright guys, give me a few minutes. I'm going to go take a little break from staring at this computer, and then we will see what happens here. Be right Alright, so people are finally selling Kodak, it looks like. It's coming down. Probably going to be some support at $10. Oh yeah, that's why PR just broke that downtrend. Gotta move up to 110. 122 is still going to be pretty tough resistance. That's where the top of this candle here is. But you can see it bounced off the 9 there, bouncing off of $1. See, Mara's up at 170 again. Let's let Kodak do its thing. Let's look around and just see. What everything's kind of doing at the moment. Mare's still popping up here. The market's going sideways right at the moment. Oops. See, Fran hold up 7. Yeah, Fran's trying to hold up 7. Mara needs to break 175, but even if it does, it's going to run into pre-market high of 178. Yeah, SNGX just is doing nothing. My sizzle SYPR is possibly, it's just a tricky play. And as long as Kodak has all the eyes, I don't know how much this can rip. I already tried to trade this once, and I got hung up at 122. So even if it does break out of this triangle, it's still going to run right into 122 again. The volume's getting kind of light on it at the moment. Now look at here, Mara did break over. Got a bunch of sellers at 180. They got taken out. This is pushing up. Oh, SYPR is starting to pop a little bit. Kodak's starting to crack a little bit here. Let's see. Ooh, there comes the selling. The pre-market high is right where it's coming to right now. That pre-market high holds up. Good volume coming into Mara. I think volume is starting to leave out of Kodak, especially if it cracks below the pre-market high. Volume is starting to come into Mara. Just don't know how much more Mara's got. Kodak is testing that pre-market high support where it just opened up. This is probably about to dump some more here. Kodak still trying to hold up that pre-market high. What's the study? Tell me the study. What's the study? I'll throw it in here and see what. I don't know. I'll take a look at it. As soon as you tell me what it is, I'll go put it on there. Standard, okay. Is that it? Anything else, or is that the only thing? Some lines. I don't think this pullback's even close to being done. I think this has got to pull back for a while. I think it's got to at least come down to 850, maybe 746. So, I mean, this just looks like some type of channel is what this study is doing. You can see on this one, my drawings aren't far off from where those channel places are. Oh, SYPR popping back up to 115. I think SPR is gonna go. I'm not sure. I'd have to look in this study some more, but it's kind of distracted me right at the moment. So. Oh, people are starting to come back into this. Question is it going to break that 122? a little bit bigger. A little bit of a pullback there. Yeah, we're starting to get volume coming into this a little bit here. Coming back in. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go here to see if this breaks to 122. I may have screwed the pooch though. We'll see. There's volume starting to come in, and it's trying to break right now. But I think if it does break, it's gonna go pretty crazy. And you see that 122 is really holding up as resistance. I hate I can't put a stop loss in on this stock. That 122 really holding up. Got sellers at 120 now. See if we can get through that at least here. I'm slowly taking them out at 120. Ooh, there's a lot of selling at 120 again. I want this candle to stay over 115. Because as much selling pressure is right there at 120 and 122, it needs to stay above 115 to keep testing that. If not, it'll come all the way back down to 1010 or 110, maybe a little lower. Starting to sell off a little bit. And 115 cracking. Let's see, this candle's fixing to close. We'll see how the next candle opens up. I just want the bottom of this trend line to hold up, so 107 needs to hold up. Some buyers, you see some buyers there push this up off of the trend line there. Nice buyer came in at 110. I see Mara's popping up right now too. At 194 so far. Let's see. Break through 115, show a little strength here, take out some of these sellers. It's getting held up a little bit there. There we go, breaking through 115. So let's see if we can get back up to 122 here and actually break out. This will be the third touch if it can get back up there. Now we need to break through 120 pretty quickly. Breaking down to 120 a little bit. Nope, still hung up at 120. $30 seconds for this candle to close. pulling back a little bit more. I think I see what you're talking about, Donna, with the candle not opening up. Where's the next candle? Why isn't the next candle opening up here? What kind of wonky candles are these? What is going on right now? Little selling at 116 there. Got a bit of a spread. Got the 3-cent spread there for a second. Alright, so testing 120, breaking through 120. Here we go. Finally starting to move on this play. 125 is acting as some resistance though. See if 125 can break down. 125 is holding up. We did just push for a new high today, so that's good, showing a little strength here. 125 starting to break down a little bit. Got a lot of those sellers out of there. Yeah, and this 125's nope, still isn't breaking down. It's close. The last little resistance area before this could really start moving is at 125. There we go. Took out that 125. Here we go. Now let's go. Now let's go. We should have room all the way up to 152 at this point. I mean, nothing is guaranteed, but there's no more resistance up to that point. volume can come in here and start pushing it up. You see we got buyers coming in above 125. That's what we want to see. We want to keep seeing buyers come in, hold up 125 support. See if this guy can get up to that 150 area or not. Yeah, like One Life said, ascending triangle, that is exactly what this is. So we just want to see it keep moving up. But my price target is 150. If we get up to 150, I'm going to lock out there probably. Most likely. If it can get there. And look back on the max chart real quick and see if there's any other resistance that we may not be seeing. 120, so we broke there. A little bit at 130. But yeah, overall not too much resistance. 150 shouldn't be a big deal, but we'll see. We shall see. It is getting hung up at 130. So it's gonna need to break through that before we get to 150. Ooh, there's a lot of sellers at 130. Let's see if they start getting taken out. They're slowly getting taken out. Come on. Come on, keep eating away. Slowly. It's slowly pecking at 130. Just a little pecks. There we go. Through 130. Very nice. Very nice. This guy's doing a creepy creep though. Oh, 130 still trying to hold it back. You can see more selling right back in there at 130. I don't know if I like that upper shadow. Big buyer in at 127. Any buyers to keep this heading over 130 here. You see more sellers stacking up on 130 again. So we're going to have to take those out once again. So we're going to see here. We're trying to tap at 130 once again. We're through it again. All right. Now we want to see 130 start holding that support. I don't want to sell half yet. I'm seeing buying come in. The stock is still strong. I don't want to sell half just to sell half. I mean, we're still getting decent sized buyers coming in on the bid. If we start taking out 135, then that still shows strength that this thing is still moving up. So that's what we want to see. That's what I'm watching. We're starting to break down 135. Let's see if we can pop over here. If it pops, yeah, here we go, popping over 135. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to sell while we're still ripping here. All the way up to 138. And looks like we're going to try to push through 138 here, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it's going to push through. Got some selling at 139, 140. It's like there's sellers coming in every 15 cents trying to hold this back. But it is starting. Let's see if 135 doesn't hold up as support. So I'm going to sell half for here just in case, because it is acting a little weak now. So I'm locked in half of my profit there. That 135 area. And I'm gonna let the rest of it try to ride here. Yeah, my profit target was 150. And my profit target's 150 because that's the next resistance on the chart. So you see at 135 is not holding that support. Now you see it's dipping back down. So a little pullback after this little run. We just want to make sure it's a healthy pullback and not a end of the run pullback. So 125 needs to hold up. And we don't want to see it struggling with 130 again. See a little bit of selling at 130, but if it can rip through that 130, then it's probably okay. It's probably just a healthy pullback. Yeah, so ripped right through that 130. So yeah, we're still looking okay here. Oh yeah. Yeah, Dom. Anytime I look for a breakout, I always look back on the chart. Where's some strong resistance going to be? And the high of the year is 152. So I mean, breaking through 125 and 122 was the top of this candle. So now we're just in this little zone right here. And the goal would be for it to push up to that 152. It may not do that. You know, you never really know, but that's where 130 starting to act as a little resistance again. There we go. Woo! The spread just got crazy. Ooh, if volume starts coming in here real big, as low as float as this is, this could start ripping real hard, possibly. Because if it starts getting 4 and 5 cent spreads, then it's going to start moving 4 and 5 cents at a time. See, we're really starting to get some volume in this thing. The last candle was over 1 million. This one's pushing over 1 million. We might get a little wild here. Mara sold off, Kodak sold off, Rand sold off, everything else is sold off, so all eyes might come into SYPR here. I'm just going to sit back here for a second. Just going to sit back and observe. Hitting 140, let's see if 140 gets broken down. 140 is acting as some resistance here. So 140 is going to act as resistance now. Oh yeah, the current market conditions are, they're choppy for sure. But we saw MNOV go on a massive run yesterday, late in the day, after everything else died off. And this stock came out with late news, and because all eyes were on Kodak, when I originally jumped in, it didn't do much. But now that everything else has died off and it's made this nice triangle and traders can see the triangle and they can read the news and they've had time to process this stock, you can see volume has been coming in here the past 20 minutes. And if it keeps coming in, if traders keep coming to this, then 150 is not that big of a price target. Especially with there actually not being any chart resistance ahead of it. Or right now ahead of it up to 150. Now, if we do get up to 152, I'm going to give it a chance to try to break it. If I see a lot of volume come in, I'm not going to lock in right away. Because it could rip harder. It does have that possibility. But I really don't know that for sure. Nobody can know that. So we'll see. Wonder if I can put a stop loss in yet. This is the other thing with this play that's real tricky, is you can't just stop, order in, or do, yeah. See, you got this minimum price increment of 1 cent, which is real wonky. So I think you can only market order in and market order out of this play, which makes it a little bit more trickier. So we're having another little pullback. We got the 9 coming up to that 125 area, so 125 needs to hold as support. We'll see buyers start coming in here. Who 125 didn't hold. There it goes. Okay, buyers coming in at 125. That's what we want to see. We want to see that 125 hold up. But if 125 cannot hold up, you definitely want to get out of this because it'll probably dump back down. But right now, 125 and 123 is right. The 123 is where the 9 is at, and then 125 was pretty strong resistance. 122 was strong resistance as well, so both those need to hold up. that whole area. Ooh, 125 starting to crack a little bit. I'm still got buyers trying to come in. Yeah, if we drop below 122, I'm hopping out. Let's see. You can see 122 held up. Buyers came in immediately at 122. See if they come back in. If they don't, if these bids start cracking down. Ooh, and they're starting to crack down. No, buyers came back in. I have my finger on the trigger if this does crack. These areas should be a lot of support, but 122 is kind of the last stand of this support. You got in at 122? I mean, just be ready to hop out if 122 cracks. I mean, there is going to be support at 115, but as fast as, this is kind of moving now, it could move very fast below. We just don't want it to dump. It's fine if it consolidates above these areas, but we just don't want it to dump out of these areas. See, there were buyers coming in at 125 a little bit there. See if it can get back over 130 again. If it can get back over 130 again, this may have just been a healthy pullback. A little bit of selling here. 125 trying to hold up so far. As long as if this can hold up as support, then new buyers will start coming in here. Held on that last candle. Now we want to see it hold again on this candle. You see it's going to test again. Yeah, we're testing again here, and it's starting to crack a little bit. See if it, ooh, cracking right here. See if it pops right back up or not. I'm getting out. It's starting to crack down. Well, it looked like it was going to crack down, but maybe it's not. Let's see. Made part of my loss back. See if this holds. Let's see if this can hold up here. But I am out of it now. See, buyers are trying to come in here and hold it up. See if we can take that triangle top out there. The trend line, let's see, where's the trend line? The trend line's at 117, but I don't like that we've cracked through 125, cracked through 122, cracked through 120. So 120 there is starting to hold up now. Decent buyers in there at 120. I may jump back in if this can hold up though. See how's Kodak doing? Kodak's still under the downtrend. Mara's doing okay. The selling has seemed to slow down here. If I start to see new buyers come in, I might jump in. Or jump back in, I should say. Starting to crack a little bit though. So it may be done. That candle opening up below the 9. Testing this testing the trend line support. Starting to crack that a little bit. 115 and right where the trend line is, both are supporting. See 115 starting to crack. So it got up to 144. That was as high as it got, but still a good move. Good break of the triangle. This was the move I was originally looking for on this, but because I started off with the loss, the profit I made on this one only offset the loss by a little bit. I could have locked in way up here the rest of it, but I was really wanting to see at 152, but it didn't quite get there. What's the SPY doing? SPY still going sideways today? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can see it's starting to crack 115 a little bit, so it's probably going to pull back unless 115 can hold up. But not a bad play. Not a bad play on the second try. There you go, Epic. Nice job. So, alright, guys. I think I'm going to call it a day. I think I'm going to just take my little loss. I don't think I want to try to make another trade. I mean, I was able to make the loss smaller by getting a little win on this one, but at this point I don't think I want to try to force anything. See, how's Mara doing? Mara's still in a downtrend. Oh, Riot broke out of the triangle as well. Mara and Riot just move together. They just move with Bitcoin. That's all they do. Anything else? Nah. BLNK pushing up today. So, alright, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We'll be back tomorrow. Try to kill it tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings. It is the end of July. And, could be an interesting new month next month. So far this year has been crazy, but yeah, guys, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time.